clouds. We've actually got real clouds today, folks, but they have been spraying. They sprayed early and late yesterday evening, but we've got a lot of clouds, actual clouds rolling around here. Not these old fake carpet clouds, but I'm sure that there's a lot mixed in with those, you know, to probably try to get in some kind of a rain going for some parts. Don't know where it'll wind up falling, but it does look like possibly this evening we could get some rain. Well, folks, I'm about ready to transplant these tomatoes out into the garden. These are my late tomatoes that I'm shooting for. Hopefully we won't have a early frost. I'm rolling the dice and taking a gamble that I can have some more homegrown tomatoes all the way through October with the current plants I have and these plants right here. So we're going to take a shot at it and see what we can do and see how these will grow. I started these in June when the almanac said we could plant by the moon phases and the tides, and here we have them. They're up about a foot now. They're looking good, so we're going to try to transplant them this evening, barring it don't pour down rain on us. We already got a spot cleaned out in the raised beds that we're going to put them, and we'll have them ready to rock and roll here shortly. Well, good evening, folks. I appreciate you joining me here today on Deep River Farm. Well, folks, hey, let's just jump right on into it. Let's get into a discussion here pretty quick. You know, we mentioned a while back about the El Nino and the effects that it may have. Well, folks, we had talked about how that thing had started forming about 2 months early. Well, folks, it's a forming. They was expecting it to get to 9,000 miles long. Guess what, folks? They think this thing's going to run all the way through March of the spring. And the effects it's going to have, folks, is we're going to have the El Nino give the ability for the southern United States to have the southern jet stream laying there with the ability for cold temperatures to plunge down out of Canada, come all the way down into the south and the southeast United States, giving it more opportunity, folks, for more precipitation. Depending on when the cold air comes in, it could be more snow, it could be more rain, it could be more significant flooding to take place. And from what we're seeing and looking at, they're talking here that it's going to be a bad winter. Some locations are going to be in drought conditions because of it, and some other locations are going to be colder than normal and wetter than normal. This is why, folks, we've been kicking and hollering about having you some reserves built up. We call the pantry being full, stockpiling stuff. It's going to be as good as money in the bank. Well, now, folks, we're looking here at gas prices possibly skyrocketing some more because we're just about emptied of our strategic reserves of what we can actually pull out. We can't keep that little old bit of fuel that we got in these salt caverns being our mainstay to keep the prices down. Eventually we're going to hit the finish line there with it, and we're going to have our stuff show the reflection of that, which will be higher prices in fuel. If you got all your necessary stuff filled up, that way you will be prepared. If you got your car batteries checked to make sure you got a good battery, because folks, all this stuff's gonna go up, folks. It's gonna go up and up and up. You got your gas cans full, you got your generator serviced. What you gonna do, folks, if we have a big old ice storm? You know, in the South, we ain't prepared for big snows and stuff. We just don't have the ability to scrape the roads and all that stuff. And if these El Niños, they're talking about it becoming now a super El Nino, this thing gets that big, you know, you can't get all these power companies staged up, because you're going to have a little ice storm in the southeast. This thing's going to be covering the whole United States with everything, from what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and what I'm watching. So, you know, it could be to the point where you own, and your local company people are going to be the ones working your power outages and things like that. So, you know, is your propane bottles filled up? Is your grill ready to go? Have you got enough stuff you can use to cook on your grill? You don't want to be running that generator just to power the stove in the house. You got all this stuff set, folks? Are you ready for a super El Nino winter? I got a lot of pictures coming to show some things, and it'll you know, it's going to be looking kind of like Greek without the explanations to it, but it's just to showing folks what we're looking at, what's expected. I did a lot of screen shooting on all this stuff just so we would have the knowledge of what we got coming. I'm no meteorologist, but I hear them talking. I hear what they're saying for the long range predictions, and we can all see the super El Nino out in the South Pacific forming. They was talking about how the temperatures in the waters was going to climb, and it was going to drive the bait fish populations down. It could even drive the numbers of fish down. They could dwindle. Just a lot of effect from this super El Nino. Talking about how it would affect the crops in South America, India. All this stuff rides on this super El Nino. And then they said generally 5 out of 8 of these super El Ninos, we have a La Nina to follow that. So this is going to be a pretty harsh winter the way they're talking right now. So we want to make sure that our listeners that are following us know that it's coming. And you know, we're going to throw this out there so everybody, you know, they can't say, well, we ain't heard that. If you're watching the channel, folks, you've heard it now. And you know, we need to plan for stuff. I guess as time draws closer, we'll see more about it, we'll hear more about it, but this is the first of the long range forecast. The So folks, there you have it. You might want to re-watch this and pause it on your device or your TV so you can read those slides that are coming across. This is like a world forecast due to this super El Nino, and that way everybody here is getting a first look at this as it's just now being predicted. And you know how predictions are, though. You can't say it's 100% accurate. You can't say it ain't. But folks, you see that last slide? More precipitation and colder in the south, in the southwest, southeast, and central part of the United States due to the jet stream sliding right through, basically along the border, and then picks up in Texas and rides right along the Gulf, kind of above it. So we're right there with it, folks, right there for the stuff. We could be in a situation where we're just absolutely going to get hammered with snow and ice this winter in the southern part of the United States, where the upper part of the United States in the northeast is going to get hammered with lake effect snow. And you know, that the northern jet stream pushing it right on through Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, all up through there, getting a lot of precipitation there. So stock your pantries, folks. If you get it stocked and you don't need it, guess what? You can just start working on it. That'll keep your grocery bill down when things have gotten higher past Christmas. Well, folks, I appreciate you watching this evening here on Deep River Farm. Just wanted to shoot that long-range forecast out there so our folks could be prepared just in case. Y'all have a nice day. We'll see you on the next video from Deep River Farm. Thanks for watching.